Well, we had quite an exciting weekend launch of our Sync Match app. This is the app that is essentially tracking all the placements that are happening on the top 10 US channels and giving you the insights, the trends, which tracks are getting placed, which libraries are supplying them, but most importantly, allowing you to upload one of your tracks, to have it be tagged and analyzed, to be paired and let you know exactly where your music fits in to the current marketplace. The data that you're looking at on the Sync Match app is just from the previous month. So this is very recent, very relevant data. And I got this testimonial already over the weekend from Kirkland, who used Sync Match, uploaded a track, and he says that he acted on the results that he received. He reached out to one of the library publisher matches and already got a response requesting music submissions. So now he's submitting and seeing what happens next. So this is a member who is using this app correctly, taking an advantage of the information that he now has, and also exploring new publisher options to essentially start pitching to you. For many of you, some of these libraries you get matched with might be the first one you reach out to. That's okay. For a lot of you, this might be your second, third, fourth, fifth library that you want to potentially reach out to. What's really powerful about this app is because it's got dynamically updated data, you're going to know throughout the year, every single month, exactly where the trends are. Is your style of music becoming more in demand or less? What styles of music seem to be getting more and more placements as we track this data throughout the months and years to come, right? So you guys are basically getting a competitive edge. It's really an unfair advantage against everybody else who is blindly going through this industry, trying to figure out where they fit into this marketplace and what's placing and what's not. You don't have to guess anymore. We've got the data, okay? So I'm gonna show you guys in this quick video a little bit of a walkthrough on some of these results that you can get with Sync Match. Again, right now, this is in the early access phase. This is not available publicly. There's no link to be had for this publicly. The only way that you can sign up for this, and potentially if you want to get still our founders rate, which starts at just $9.99 a month, you have to be a part of our community. So Sync Academy, Sync Edge, or Pro Feedback. I'll leave the links below on YouTube if you want to potentially join us. We will release this publicly. I promise you guys we will, but I can't tell you when, can't give you a date, and I certainly can't tell you the prices at this point. We are in the phases of essentially just running through the launch phase, and I'm gathering as much feedback as I possibly can from the basically over 160 of you that signed up over the weekend to let me know what needs to be improved. And I have already made some very rapid and meaningful improvements to the app. So if you guys haven't even logged on yet, when you log on, you're going to be pleasantly surprised at even how more capable this thing has grown even just since Friday, okay? So when you get on the app, you obviously are going to land on the Tag Match tab. This is where you can upload your track. You can click on this or you can click and drag an MP3. It's got to be an MP3, okay, at least 60 seconds long so the analyzer can analyze it. And once it analyzes it, essentially you're going to see all your results pop up down here. It takes about 3 to 5 minutes for your track to appear here, okay? What I'm going to do on this video is walk you through just one of my tracks and how it got analyzed, and to just give you the walkthrough of how you should be interpreting these results, because these results are going to give you one of two things. They're going to give you a confirmation that you're going in the right direction, that at least your style of music and what you're putting out there is getting placed, and it's going to tell you where it's getting placed and which libraries are placing it. Okay, that's all good. That's confirmation. I sort of encourage you to keep nudging yourself down that road wherever you're going. For a large number of you, though, you're going to find that some of the tracks that get sort of put in front of you as a result of analyzing your track, the proven tracks that have been placed, might not sound anything like yours. And so I want to do is help guide you through how to interpret that, how to analyze that. And it doesn't mean that something was bad and that it was a failure or that it didn't tag you right or something went wrong in the process. In fact, what that means, if you interpreted this correctly, is that now you have the key. You have the most powerful part about this app. You now know which tracks similar to yours, might not be sounding exactly like yours, but which tracks are in your genre, in your mood, maybe a combo of both of those, genre and mood, that are getting placed. So now you know which reference tracks maybe you want to look at. Maybe you want to think about how to adjust your approach and your style, because I know many of you are probably concerned, wondering, is my music going to get placed? Well, if you hear a large difference between the direction, style, maybe even the quality of the music that's being referred to you and recommended to you on this app versus what your track sounds like, that could be an indication that there's some adjustments that need to be made. So it's not a bad thing. In fact, it is the key that you'll need to unlock to make more licensable music, to make music that is sounding much more like what's currently getting placed, what's currently in demand, okay? So this is just a little funk track that I wrote, I think it was like a year or two ago. I was actually pitching this for, I think, a theme placement, but I'll just play a little snippet so you get a feel of where it was going. Okay, so you get a feel for where that one's going. So this one got tagged, and here are the tags. Funk soul, the main genre. I think it got that one. Funk, of course, the subgenre. Happy, feels about right to me. Energetic, upbeat, confident, those are all the moods. It found percussion, which usually means drums. So if you see percussion, you're like, well, I didn't have any percussion. Percussion is sort of the catch-all for drums. Guitar and bass, of course. And this one is identifying it as an instrumental, even though you heard that Let's Go. But just know that it's only going to pick up a vocal if there are full-on lyrics. Like you got a verse, you got a chorus, you got other things going on. So it's not going to catch, it's not going to see little vocal shouts and call that a vocal track. It's not going to qualify it that way. So just so you guys are aware on that, okay? Character tags, it got retro, cool, bold. Feels like that's about in. And movement is groovy, obviously fitting in with the funk theme, okay? So the first thing you'll see is we give you a couple of sync-friendly track title suggestions. These are not tracks that currently exist somewhere. They are just generated track titles that we have come up with based on the tags that were assigned to your track. So for many of you, you know, funk theme, it's not a strong track title. You know, it has the vibe, it has the genre, and I'm trying to get it as a theme. It's not a really strong title. It doesn't really fly off the shelf, doesn't gather attention. Groove voltage, a little bit stronger. Funky Photon, I like that one. Rhythm Revival, I think of these three, I would probably go with Funky Photon, and maybe I would tweak that or edit that a little bit to my liking. So these are for you to just play with, use them in full if you want to, combine them if you want to. It really doesn't matter. The idea is just to get you thinking in terms of how do you market this track so that it does fly off the shelf and get more placements, much more than funk theme, okay? Then we give you the track description. That's sort of obvious. You can use that or not use that if you want to. And by the way, you can now email me, email yourself these results by just literally click on one button. You click on this button, and 5 seconds later, go to your email. It's basically tagged to the email address you have when you logged in, and you got all these results in your inbox if you want to have them for long-term storage. Because remember, we do wipe these out on the first of every month because we have brand new data coming onto the platform, and we don't want to store your data. We don't want to store your music. We don't want to have any liability for any of that. So we want to make sure that we're respecting your copyrights and your rights and your data, and also just know that you're going to have dynamic, results on this app based on what was happening in the previous month. That changes every month. Scrolling on down, you're going to then see the number of TV shows that use your particular genre, okay? So for us, we had 5 that's using that funk soul main genre, okay? Not a bad number. Obviously, some of us would like to see that number a little bit higher, but if you at least see a number pop up here, it means that somewhere on TV, your style of music is getting placed. So the higher the number, obviously, maybe the better in a way. It lets you know that there's more opportunities and there's different places to secure a larger number of placements. But as long as you see a number here, you can rest assured that there's something happening in these top 10 channels that are using it, okay? Just a suggested use case. We think this might be a theme. I don't know if it's taken that basically. I don't think it's taken it at all from the track title, but maybe just because of the energy and the funk energy of it, they're just thinking that's a little bit more of a theme. That's kind of what the algorithm is suggesting. Now, here's the important part. Here's where we need to break this down, make sure you guys are very clear on exactly the kind of data that you're getting when you get the recommended songs that are similar to yours, okay? They're not going to sound just like yours. Sometimes they might, and that's a good sign. But for a large number of you, what you're going to start with is as you come down, you're going to see top place within just your genre. And even here it says funk soul is the main genre, okay? So we can click on some of these, and you can click on either listening to it directly in Spotify. If you want to open up your app, if you want to listen to it within your browser, you can. If you want to download the MP3 of this track getting placed and see how it was used on TV, you can click on this one. And you can get direct access to the library that supplied this track. So for this one, we're just going to click right on Spotify's link. So funk soul, pretty much right in there. You know, different than mine. Mine's a little different. But, you know, that kind of James Brown funky fun. Mine's a little bit higher tempo, but it sort of gives you a style, a feeling of what's happening in the genre. Now, most of these, I won't play all of them, most of these do sound within the ballpark of what I'm doing. So that gives me a sense of, all right, I'm going in a pretty decent direction because this fun, funky, upbeat thing seems to be working very well. And by the way, you can click on any one of these to get further metadata insights if you want to in terms of when it was placed, the show that was placed on. Obviously, we have the mood there. The vocal, this one was a vocal track. We have how long the track is, the BPM. We have the key. This one was in D minor. And how long the track was placed, 6 seconds. So if you want some further insights into each one of these, you can scroll down here, click basically anywhere on this kind of highlighted area, and you'll get access to those kind of deeper insights, okay? If you click on these and none of these sound like your track, that's an indication, again, not that something went wrong or that you did something wrong, but it's letting you know that wherever your track is, it's not lining up directly with where the marketplace is. This is where the marketplace is, and these are ordered by placements, okay? So this is the top number of placements all the way down. So if you want to have the most marketable, the most licensable music, I would not skip over these and think, they got it wrong. This is your open door. This is your invitation to understand what's happening in the soul funk genre that's flying off the shelf and getting tons and tons of placements. Listen to these tracks, really understand in full. Download the MP3, understand how they're being used, where they're being placed, all that good stuff to really wrap your head around what's happening with your genre. That's what this first section is about, okay? So hopefully that's clear. If you guys have any questions, by the way, post it below. I'll be happy to answer any of them, okay? Moving on down, we have something called top place tracks with your track's mood. So for our track, we had just a happy mood, okay? So some of these are going to be in completely different genres. Most of them probably will be, right? Because we're only tagging the mood now. Well, rock can have happy moods. Hip hop can have happy moods. Orchestral can be happy. So you're going to hear all different types of, let's check out this first one, Good Vibe. Let's see what's going on here. So, I mean, it's not super far away. It's kind of pop, but let's check out Trouble Comes. What's going on here? Okay, so nothing like my track, right? We're in a completely different genre, nothing like that. Again, that does not mean that it got it wrong or that there's some error here. It's just telling you in the happy world, the moods that are happy, different types of genres that are happy, this is what's happening in those moods. The point of this, as it says here right on the app, is to give you just some ideas of other genres or other musical directions that you might want to potentially explore. Again, part of this is helping you navigate our industry to know what's getting placed, what's getting placed the most. We're kind of really highlighting the sort of winners in our sort of industry and what's happening with their genre and their mood. So you can get a sense of like listening to a couple of these going, I like that style. I like the happy vibe of it. You obviously wrote something happy with your track, right? So you are probably open to you making more happy kind of music. Maybe there's another genre, another approach that you feel like you can actually serve better by listening to a couple of these tracks. That's what that's there for, okay? Then at the bottom, this is where we basically combine both. We take your genre and your mood and we put them together to find combined pairs, combined matches, okay? So funk, soul plus happy. These tracks have to have this combination for them to show up here. Some of your results will not populate anything here, okay? The reason for that is because we might just not have a particular track that we detected in the last month that happens to contain your genre and your mood combined. That doesn't mean, again, you did something wrong or that you don't have licensability or that your track couldn't be high in demand. It doesn't mean any of those things. It just means of the sample data that we're pulling from, we didn't come up with anything, okay? That's sharing your two combined tags there. But if you do get some, these are going to be your key reference tracks because they're combining both your genre and your mood. So as you can tell, the first track that was on our genre, Do It Like You Do, also is funk, soul, and happy. So it showed up down here as well. So this is a really good sign to me. I should use this track for my next reference track. If I want to keep doing funk, soul, and kind of this upbeat, fun, happy vibe, I should really understand this track. And maybe I should reach out to this production music library with my music. We'll get into that in just a second. And on for all the rest of these tracks. Okay, so again, listen to it in Spotify, in the browser, download the MP3. Take your time with this, click on each one. Again, all the metadata is available for all of these tracks that you have. That's all now available to you guys here in your Sync Match account, okay? Scrolling down, this is where we've made some meaningful improvements already just over the weekend, okay? For every track that you upload, we're gonna try to match you with up to 5 production music libraries. Sometimes it might be less, could be 3, could be 2, sometimes just 1. But essentially what we're doing is we're taking your tags from your particular track you uploaded and trying to find matches against all the tracks that got placed in the previous month. So your genre and your mood primarily are what we're looking for, but we do add the instruments if we need to kind of help add some more relevant information for you. And we're definitely going to pair you with the libraries that have the largest number of placements within your genre and your mood for as many matches as we can possibly get, okay? It's kind of a complicated thing to explain, but just know that that's sort of the overall philosophy, methodology of how we're matching you, okay? So one thing that was just added over the weekend is now you have the email address for every company that we recommend. We were giving you the website, which obviously you can still get here, the name and the website, but now you also get the best possible contact. Usually it's going to be an email. In some situations, like for APM, they have a contact form. So some libraries, they don't have an email available, but they do have a form on their website where you can basically enter your information and pitch to them that way if you'd like to. So you've got it now. You've got all these companies, and what you're always going to get is an overall best library match, okay? The way that we were able to determine that Beacon Music in this example was the best library match is because this particular library had the largest number of matches with this track's genre and moods and instruments. And it also had the largest number of placements across all of those. So combining all those things together, we can tell you if you're looking for a library and you want to know where would the best place be to maybe pitch your funk soul album or a couple of tracks, here's what you should go. So what you should be doing if you're using this app is clicking on these links, getting direct access to their homepage, and listening to their music. Doing a little bit further research if you want to. You can listen to all their tracks usually on their websites, and listening through even more of what they have going on with their catalog in the funk soul department. Obviously using their email if you want to reach out to them, but also what you can do is come right over here to your libraries tab, okay? So now you know Beacon Music is really where you want to go. Make sure you clear all if you were looking for another library, which I was before. And you can either just type it in right here, just put the first couple letters, Beacon Music. Here's their profile within the Sync Match app. So obviously you still get the access to the website if you want to, but now you can find out what are their most placed tracks. This funk one became my reference track, was their top placed track. Really good sign, okay? But you also check out what else do they do? Well, they do some indie and some orchestral and alternative rock and all these other things. Kind of interesting. Again, all the same metadata and insights that you can get everywhere else. Scrolling on down, you can find out that, yep, funk is a really, really good genre for Beacon Music in terms of the 10 channels that we are monitoring, okay? Really good sign. Which moods? Happy funk, right? Because obviously that one track seems to be taking a lion's share of their placements. Acoustic guitar seems to be getting a lot of the play with them. That's a really good thing to know. Medium is the tempo, so 80 to 120. Maybe that's where you want to keep your tracks. Which keys are primarily getting placed? Well, that one track usually, that one was in D minor, so obviously that's taking the cake there. Are they doing more instrumental or vocal? As you can see, they do a lot of vocal. So if you have a lot of instrumental funk soul tracks, this would be an indication if I were going to go pitch the Beacon, I would want to go find a vocalist. I'd want to probably find a female vocalist because, as you'll see, female is taking all the vocal gender spots here. And so that's really how to use this app in a nutshell. And there's going to be many more use cases and other videos that I put out there to let you guys know how powerful this can be. But I wanted to just give you a quick overview on essentially what you should be doing with this and how you should be using it, okay? If you run into any glitches, errors, emails that are wrong, links that are wrong, any sort of things that make you scratch your head and go like, I'm confused about this, this is a really good time to reach out to me, usually on the Sync Academy platform if you're there with us, and let me know about it. I love hearing your guys' feedback. The reason why you're getting a lot of these new features already is most of you guys that are on the platform. You guys have been very vocal, been very helpful, letting me know what's working, what's not working, what's confusing, what's been very powerful. And so the more feedback I get from you guys in the next coming couple weeks, the better this app is going to get and the more updates we can potentially add to it. And not just to add updates, but really to make it more meaningful and more useful for you directly. So please do keep that feedback coming. I really, really love it. And again, I will release any details in terms of its public release when I can have that. But right now, we're not thinking about that really. We're just getting our first, basically a couple hundred users on the platform, using it, uploading some tracks, and finding out how you guys are using this data so we can keep evolving and morphing this thing to make it even more powerful for you, okay? And remember, on the first of the month, basically 10 days from now, we're gonna have another data dump. So you're gonna get all new placement insights, all new tracks, probably new libraries added. This is a dynamic app. It basically changes every single month. So it's gonna be really exciting to see how you guys use this app moving forward. Again, any questions on anything, post it below. We'd love to answer.